And welcome back to Music Free Gaming. I hope you're having a fabulous day. It is Tuesday. It is time for some Minecrafty goodness. And let's just dive right into it because, waiting is fun or not. So here we are. We're in the church. It's great. It's empty except for a shulker monster. Or at least this room is. So we've got some exterior decor going on, right? We've got some windows. We've got some paintings and potion things. It's time to actually fill in this place. And it's kind of dark, but that's okay. I can sleep and then it will be brighter because, the sun will shine through or something. Sometimes reasoning is beyond me, but this at least makes some semblance of sense. Okay, so what is this going to look like? I don't know. If I knew that, I would already have it built. Because that's the only way I'm going to know what it's going to look like. So, here be the plan. So basically, this building is designed as a church, okay? Other than the fact that the vast majority of the first floor is filled up with a potion brewer. Yeah, we have this area here. Now, I could rig this like a chapel, which is honestly probably what I'm going to do. I just don't know if I want to put the, a podium or whatever on that side. Yeah, I think we're going to do it that way. Okay. So, that said, I want to pump up the jam, as they say. So, let's grab a little bit. Oh, I've got oak on me. Awesome. So, right about here. And maybe there. Feels a little bit better. If that's the center, right? Oops. Yes, something like this. Hang on, I'm going to free cam out so we can see. Yeah, that's probably okay. There's a possibility I'll scooch it back a little bit, but kind of like this idea. Now, I think what I want to do is let's get some... I don't think I have dark oak shelves. I do have some spruce shelves, except I think I want some oak ones. So let's make with the log stripping and get some shelves here. Well, I'm doing this. How y'all doing? Hopefully you're having a fabulous, fabulous Tuesday. Or at least a reasonable Tuesday. Take your pick. All right, so I'm wondering, why are you here? Okay, so I'm kind of thinking, let's see, I have some slabs. So here's sort of what I'm pondering. Okay, is that we actually run this so we're standing a little bit above, but not necessarily a full block, right? Because you want the podium raised a little bit so people can see, but you don't necessarily need to be, well, okay, that's probably too high. Yeah, I mean, this is what it's like for the kids during a primary program. It's like, can I get the stool so I can use the microphone? Yeah, we'll deal with that. We'll totally do that. Let's see then. Okay, so we would need something. Now, what I could do is, do I want that? I mean, honestly, I could kick this up to be full blocks. Oops, no. So I'm sort of wondering if I want to run this across this way. Something like that. I mean, it's not... Honestly, it doesn't look that bad. It doesn't look that good either. I don't know. Yeah, see. Okay. Honestly, I think I want to put a full podium there. So that is going to require making one. I don't think I have books over here. It would be extraordinarily unlikely. That said, I have a bunch of random garbage here anyway, so who knows? No. Okay. Let's go buy some bookshelves, shall we? All right. Oh, those look so good. Those lanterns lighting the way. Love it. Awesome. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, now there's a possibility that I have books and or shelves, but oh, actually, even better, I have lecterns. That's so much better. Okay. Oh, and my mob heads. That's where they are. I guess I should put those somewhere. All right, do I need anything else from this? Probably not. Okay. Yeah, no, this is all going to be awesome. All right. Yeah, but those do. They look really good going up this way. Yep, all the way over to the little spawn, hut and encampment, and then got the village that's starting to grow up out this way. Oh, it's gonna be great. Okay. Anyway, so if this goeth there, we're almost definitely going to need. Oops, hang on, wrong button. Yeah. Okay. Well, sure. Fine. All right, so that means we're pretty much going to need... Do I want to do full blocks then? I mean, this would be up here. Actually, maybe that'll be fine. Hang on, let's get some spruce. Or, not spruce, dark oak. Aha. The darkest of oak. Okay. Let us see what is going to happen now. All right, so let's just say we bring this across. Yeah, except what I'm going to do. Let's put a little bit of a stairway of some sort type thing kind of coming up. So you come up the ramp and you're here. And no, this isn't a chair. Kind of looks like a really comfortable sofa, something you could lounge in. But no. No, we're at church. Sleeping would be normal. All right. Yeah, well, hang on. I'm going to need more. Need more shelves. So let's do something about that. Oh, yes. Definitely dreaming of a Create Mod Christmas. with all of the log strippers and the things that are nice and stuff. All right, so we go this way. We cut out our gap. All right. All right, so we sort of come up this way. All right, and then the floor does floor type things. Awesome. All right, I might change some of this. So we're gonna sort of think here. What if I were to do this? Okay, right. So if you're standing here, right, you get this going on. I want to change out the bottom. Yeah, unfortunately, the way those shelves stick out. See, I was thinking what might be interesting would be to take this out. Okay, and maybe come in with, well, maybe not facing that way, but come on, we can do it. Right, something along those lines. No. No. He's fine. He's totally fine. He's the finest of the fines. What if I take some of the stuff out? Maybe we kick in with some trapdoors and things. That might work. What I really want is like a quarter slab. Yeah, this is the wrong color, but I just want to see what it looks like as far as sitting up there on the shelf. Like literally it's on the shelf. Maybe. All right, let's all right. That's fine. I can. This is going to be way too many trapdoors, I'm almost certain. I don't need 13 sets of trapdoors. Okay, that's enough. All right, so if I were to come in here with these trapdoors like so. Okay, something kind of sort of like this. I mean, it's a maybe. I don't know. Obviously, the oak is the right color to match the oak shelves. But then again, maybe that's okay. The other things I might want to... Actually, no. Let's not have that there. I might want to shift the whole thing back a little bit, too. I just like the... I like the spacing. If I'm going to be honest with you. And, you know, I do try to be honest with you. Right? If you've got somebody standing here. Whoa, you've got yourself a pretty good framing there. We'll need to light it up, obviously. Let's see. Oh, I've got frog lights. Awesome. So what if I were to put a frog light here? And then put the lectern. Okay. The lectern does block some of the light, but not all of the light, which is good. All right, we'll have to add some more light back here too, but that's actually not too bad. Especially if I were to come in and lay down some carpet and stuff too. But for now, let's go ahead and fill this in. Yeah. I understand why Pearlescent Moon isn't overly fond of the dark oak. It's really saturated. I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing, but I can understand why she's not totally thrilled with it. Okay, so we've got that. Now, if we were to do something, these are 4 blocks wide. I wonder if I were to get something. I was just thinking maybe run some beds almost like it's a bench. The problem is color. Like, I don't have much. And maybe that's okay. Maybe that's okay. The other thing I might do, do I still have levers on me? I do. Cool. Let's plop down here. Okay. We'll deal with what it looks like up top there in a minute, but yes. Okay. I like that. And then let's see. I'm not sure if I want to do anything else. Let's just see what this looks like if I just take those 3 out. Okay. Yes. Yeah, that's better. Okay. All right, so we'll go ahead and power those, which is fine. Because I think I do want to come up here with some carpet as well. So we're going to be playing with some of that. Yeah, in all honesty, I really like what this is doing. Yeah, if I could power this center one, that would be cool, but I can't do that with the podium there, so yeah, that's just not going to be a thing. So, okay. All right, now, like I said, I was thinking about putting some carpet and said maybe some beds back here. Now, I don't know necessarily what I want those to look like. See, this is one of those times where I want solid colored beds, right? I want a bed that's just completely red or completely green or something. Not one that's like this, where it's color and then white, right? All right, but as far as colors go, honestly, I think red may be the way to go. This one's got the dyes, right? It is, but I think I actually have red wool around here somewhere. Maybe. Oh, hang on. Inner chest. Random box of garbage. Where did I put my... Oh, there it is. There's no red wool in it, but there is the box. Cool. Well, that gives me the warm feelings. Right. Also, the shulker monster needs to move. Okay. It's going to be in the way in the not too distant future, and all right, so we're going to do a couple of things here. In fact, I don't know what all of those things are, but we're going to be doing some of them. One of the things I think I want that I don't have over here is azalea leaves. Flowering azalea leaves, specifically. And I'm fairly certain I don't have any of those. At least not over here. Okay. Probably have some somewhere else, but over here, that would be it. Oh. Hi. Nigel. Nice to meet you. fancy meeting you here. You okay, dude? I hope. All right. Okay, so yeah, well, Golem. All right. No, we're fine. Everything is fine. I think. All right, we're gonna duck in here because I've got wool, and we'll see if I have any flowering azaleas. That would be handy if I did. I might not, but we're going to hope and dream. All right, so let's see now. I need... Oh, the red wool's in the farm. Let's take a look at azalea. Oh, I do have flowering azalea. Wonderful. I also have some oak. That's probably going to be helpful. And some plain azalea. Take that too. All right, hang on. I'm going to take off my sweater. You know, if you're in need of a good hoodie, I think there's some at musicfreegaming.com. Should check it out. Some that are, you know, selectively lazy. Or inform the world that that's a problem for future me. Yes. Yeah. Definitely have a bunch of those. Okay, so we've got the azalea. Okay. So far, so good. Yeah, because I think what I'm going to do is we're going to do a little bit of a flower greenery display back behind the podium. Seems like a reasonable thing to do. Going up. All right. Well, that was easy enough. Now, as long as Nigel doesn't scare me again, we should be fine, right? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Go on, Nigel. Yeah, see, that's the ticket. Except I'm going to go through this portal. All right. All right. So, let's meander back upstairs. I have some plans for back here. I just haven't got to them yet. We'll get there slowly. Because there isn't any other way I do things. I just do them slowly. All right. So, I want to grab... Let's start with a couple of beds, okay? Also, we're going to put this greenery someplace safe. Yeah, that seems like a safe place for them to go. All right, so I'm sort of thinking... See, I was sort of thinking we'd do something like this. But you know, I don't know. What if I were to put these? There's a torch in the way. Put them like so. I've got mangrove. That's what I'm looking for. Mangrove. Probably more than that, but this will be enough to prototype. Okay. Well, again, it's dark. We'll worry about light here in a little bit. Oh, honestly, what if we do it this way? Other than the fact the red clashes horribly, it's great. What do I have outside? Ooh, I just have spruce. Let's try that. Okay, let's dump the beds and spruce. Spruce slabs it is. All right. Yes. Ish. Ish. It's definitely a thing. Okay, so that's oak. It's also oak. I do have a little bit of birch. I think there's still some birch in one of these boxes. Not any of those, obviously, because that would make too much sense. But this one seems to have appropriate stuff in it. So let's try it. And we're going to try this with birch. Somebody's got a recliner. Okay. Actually, that might not be bad. Not totally sold on the seating, okay? But the rest of it's okay. Now, the question is, do I have more mangrove? I do have more mangrove logs. That's wonderful. All right. All right, well, let's go ahead and strip these and make some more mangrove shelves. Because, yeah, the shelves are going to work out fairly well, I think. Mangrove shelf. There we go. All right. All right, so the plan is we're going to do the same thing on this side. We'll set up shelf. Okay, we'll get there. Get there. And then it's just a matter of something. Now, I could put light back behind here, too. Let's see. I've got some... I think I have some oak shelves here somewhere. I know I do because I put them someplace where I wouldn't lose them. Okay. All right, so which... See, I'm a little bit worried if the oak disappearing here behind these trapdoors, but maybe that's okay. Honestly, it fits a little bit better. Yeah, I think this might be too bright with the birch. Okay. So we'll go with that. Right, so we've got some seating. Now what I can do, I can't really cut into that floor because that's down here, right? That's this ceiling right here. So I don't necessarily want to cut into that and put in lights. Okay, that would be bad. But I wonder if I can come in here. Now I can. Oh, actually, we're up a block. So I absolutely could come in here and put in lights. Right? I could just drop in here with some ochre frog lights, for example. Actually, let's pop this way. All right. Yes. Okay. See, that's going to light up beautifully. Okay. Wonderful. Yeah, because we're up a level because of the podium, the rostrum, or the whatever it is you want to call this back here. Okay. That's definitely going to give us... Actually, I really like that light coming up through there. Okay. And then what I want to do is light this up. Actually, what would be better? Ooh. Be better is instead of the frog lights. So we'll deal with the frog lights here, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and put those frog lights down here. What would be better here instead of the frog lights would probably be some other things. some copper bulbs. Where did I put said copper bulbs? I had a bunch of them in my inventory. And then, of course, I put them elsewhere because... Ah, there we go. Okay, so those are waxed. Okay. Basically, what I want these to be is weathered. Okay. We'll have to light those up in a minute, but... Alright, so let's strip them first. Alright. Next thing, I do need to light them. Okay, so we'll... Okay, so we'll do that here in a moment. Alright. Wonderful. So far, so good. I just need those to dim one level. Okay? Sadly, I don't have any aged ones, so we're going to have to just wait. Okay. But we'll keep an eye on them. Okay? Alright, so go ahead and put those back in place. And once they've weathered just a little bit, then we can do stuff. Yeah, but if those dim one age level, okay, those sides will be not quite as bright. This side will be brighter, which is awesome. And then, so it sort of draws your eye to the center where you'd have your speaker, okay? All right. Wonderful. Now, and then, yes, I do want to come back here with a little bit of carpet. Obviously, I've got to cover all of this nonsense. I wish I could get carpet in this color, but sadly, that's not going to be a thing. I might have to grab brown. So the catch is, this whole build has very earthy tones, right? I've got the browns and, yes, yellows, oranges and reds. Very earthy tones. And unfortunately, all of the, well, these are all muted. And so you try to get wool in here, and the wool is just bright. Okay. Honestly, these trap doors are the wrong color. They are totally the wrong color. See, they've got this dark edge around the outside of the trap door, which kind of matches what's happening in the middle there, but not great. Okay, anyway, so this is a thing. This is happening here. So you know what might be good would be some more oak shelves. We may be bringing those lights up, y'all. Okay. Yeah, so if I put those back there, we'll need, let's see. I do want to split it. I mean, you can't see it much from down here, which is fine. A little bit from the sides. I'm just thinking I want to do something in the center. So, all right, cool. Do I have sticks? Sticks. Hello, sticks. No sticks. I am without stick. Okay. All right. Problem. Oh, well, I've got that. Okay. So I also happen to know I have cobblestone in this shulker that I moved over here. So we'll just bring some of that to play for levers. Great. Okay. Those don't go in there. I guess I could leave the chests in there, but... Alright, so... Lever. Lever. So, I think... Alright, so we'll light those up. Okay. And that's going to give us this sort of pattern back here, which is nice. I like that. Alright. Next... Honestly, I think I'm gonna bring some lights up this way a little bit too. Okay. Now we can see them right now. That's going to change. Okay. I've got honeycombs in one of the boxes over there. We'll get to it. Okay. All right, but now we're going to use some of that some of that flowery goodness that I've got. So, step one, let's clear out a little bit of inventory space, okay? Step two, we're going to place blocks in weird places. Sounds good? All right. Nice. Now, what I'm going to do is, one, I would definitely want to cover up those levers and things. Wow, that's just not great. Okay. Yeah, that's a little bit better. All right, so yeah, we're going to sort of bring in a little bit of this. I do want some more flowering azalea. Spruce might be good. I think... Do I have spruce leaves? No, those are both oak. I thought I maybe... yes, I do have some spruce leaves. All right. Let's take a look here. Yeah, not really. The only other one that might maybe work would be mangrove. Excuse me, but I think we're okay, though. From down here, you can't see it anyway. You can see it as we come up this way. So I might take out those frog lights. We'll see. For now, I like having the lights up a little bit higher because it does push the light up one more block, okay? Those said we're just waiting for them to oxidize. It does in fact take forever for it to happen, but we are waiting. Okay. Wow, the oak is a little... Boy, it gets dark in this biome, doesn't it? The oak. All right. See, kind of what I'm thinking. Let's... Kind of thinking something sort of like this. All right, I don't know if I want to do too much more of that. Let's go ahead and pull some of these out. Okay. Come in with some oak. Boy, yeah, the oak turns really blue, which is nice, but not entirely sure that's what I'm looking for here. Wow. Yeah, I do want the greenery. I just yeah, that's just a little bit too much. Okay. Yeah, this is its own special breed of, huh? Right. Okay, so got this. Yeah. All right, let's take those out. The idea was great. The execution, not so much. Cool. And now I'm stuck. Sweet. Best options ever. All right. Here's my lever. Okay. All right. Close enough. Now. All right. So we'll get some flowers in there. That's... I mean, it's okay. I really want some, like, floral stairs and slabs. But I don't actually want stairs and slabs and leaf blocks. So, you know, we're fine there. Otherwise, things are doing things. Right? Right. All right. So that's okay. I don't know if I want it to be lopsided or if I actually do want to come in and try to make this a little bit more... I mean, as heck, I could... Oh, actually, you know what? This might be the place. If I were to come in with those spruce leaves. Okay. All right, if I were to come in sort of like that. And let's see, the oak. I don't know. I don't know if this is... I don't know if this is what I want or not, but it's getting a little bit closer, I suppose. Maybe. Honestly, I don't. Okay. I mean, I do kind of want some of that there, but I really want... Oh, jeez. I do want the frame of the wood. That, I think this is just too large. Okay. Well, let's go around. Let's go and trim back the bushes here just a little bit. Okay. All right. Yeah, I think that's going to be okay. Now, we are losing some light because the leaves are blocking it. But that's partly why I was thinking bringing the frog lights up just a little bit would be good. What I might want to do instead, I think, hang on, I've got, I know I have some verdant frog lights. Yeah, there we go. Let's do that. Okay. If I put the green ones in here, I think they will be not quite as obvious. Okay. I mean, they're still going to be there, but you won't have the color shift that you get with the frog lights. So, or with the ochre frog lights anyway. Okay, so that's a thing, maybe. Actually, what would be kind of cool back here would be to plant some flowers, but I can't. There's like some roses or something. Unfortunately, yeah, unfortunately, I can't get dirt down where I want it to make it happen. So, oh, I just want to like pour water or something on those. Let them oxidize faster. Water, salt, something. I don't know. This is one of those times. I'd like to craft those. I mean, I probably could craft them out of blocks and just get that sort of thing happening, but okay. You know, if I put podzol, that might. If I put podzol there, I could put roses, perhaps. And then if I've got carpet in front, that might take care of things. Hang on, let's let's just see how out of place the podzol is going to look, okay? Also, I'm almost out of rockets, which is unfortunate. All right, so I think... Oh... Podzol... Be great to have over here. It would be wonderful. This is not the biome for Podzol. Ah, there it is. My old spruce farm. That will work. Okay. That will work. Sweet. All right. Well, now let's head back. And I'm definitely going to have to get some more rockets because running just a little bit low. Oh, this area's going to be so good. All right. Just, you know, every once in a while you could just sort of look ahead a little bit and see, you know what? I think good things are happening here. All right. So we've got this going on. Right, Podzol. That was the whole point of that experiment. Or, you know, side quest. Yeah, that's actually really good. So, if I were to come in here with some roses. Yeah, because you can barely see that. Oh, yeah, that's going to be great. Okay. Like I said, if I come in with a little bit of carpet, put a little carpet in front of that, that'll hide those roses nicely. Now, the question will then be which color carpet am I going to use, which is a perfectly valid question, and one I don't have an answer to, but because like I said, if I were to come in here with some red carpet, okay. Now, maybe it'll be okay, but I worry about it being a little bit too bright. Right? Especially since... Well, okay. I do need to cover these. Now, maybe I'd be better with some brown carpet here. Okay. Maybe? Yeah, I mean, see, the height of the carpet hides the podzol even more from when you're back here. Said I don't know if the red is actually going to be what I want to do. Because unfortunately, it said it's the wrong shade of red. I want it to be mangrove shaded. Now, let's make some mangrove trapdoors here, shall we? All right. What if? Okay, and hear me out here. But what if we were to put mangrove trapdoors there instead? So I don't entirely like the cutout in the middle, but the color is better. All right. Yeah, I like that a little bit better. Instead, I could. Now, the red does match this nicely, I guess. Does it matter? Eh, maybe. Maybe not, but I guess it's sort of okay. Hang on. Let's try this. I mean, that's sort of an interesting look in and of itself. That's actually really interesting. we end up with the problem of these levers, but we'll deal with that in a minute. That actually does look really cool. Do I want to do it across all of them or just some of them? All right. And we're out. Sweet. Gone to the shulker and we're gonna get mangrove. Gone to the shulker of wood. All right. All the mangrove trapdoors. That's cool. All right. So this is what all of it looks like. Again, we're having lever issues, but we'll figure that out eventually, right? Whew. That is really interesting. I want to try something here. Let's swap these. Okay. So that the mangrove trapdoors go up this way. Okay. And then let's come in with our oak right behind it. Okay. No, I'm going to do it with the oak in front. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. It was worth the experiment. Okay. So that does bring us back to the question of the mangrove. Do we want it all the way across? Yeah, I think I do. I think I do want it all the way across. All right. Now we still have these levers, and that is going to be annoying. All right. I could put them below, but then we're going to start running into issues with other things. Okay, here's an idea. Let's see. I had a box that had hopefully more redstone dust in it. Aha! That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Sweet. Okay. Let's go ahead and take these out. All right. And then, yeah, we'll just slap the redstone blocks behind it. Yes. Oh, that's an entirely different shade of red, but... Okay. That one's in the wrong place. Awesome. Okay. So... That's fine. Again, we've got the issues of the redstone back here, but what I should be able to do, let's get some red wool. Okay. And I'll just drop some red wool back here like so. Yeah, that should be okay. This, again, it looks a little bit funky. But I think it's better than having the gap for the torches and stuff. All right. Yeah. Okay, so far so good. I love it. All right. Okay, and these copper bulbs have not aged one bit. Any day now. Any day now would be wonderful. Okay. You know what I could do? No, I can't. I was going to say I could put some flowers back here, but I actually can't. Because of the shelves. The back of the bench is in the way. All right. Yeah, see, I think... And actually, I'm just sort of hoping that as these age, we'll get just a little bit less light. So those sections will be a little bit dimmer. And then this one will be a little bit brighter in comparison, which I think is going to be good. Okay. Also, I think what I want to do is let's get some oh, right. Right. I was just thinking, hey, maybe I could put some more light there, but no, not so much. Okay, yeah, because that's powering this nonsense. All right, no, we're fine. Everything is great. We're full of greatness and wonderfulness and stuff. All right, well, sure. We'll sleep. See if that makes it any better. Okay. No, otherwise we're doing okay. So I guess the next question. All right, we're just gonna have to wait for this to oxidize. The next question is gonna be what to do about seating. So seating is good. I think what I'm gonna need to do is make up a bunch more mangrove trapdoors, and I don't know that I'm gonna have the inventory space for it. All right, time to move the shulker monster. Okay. Shulker monster is moving. Okay. It's migrating. They do this on occasion, okay? It's a little known trait about shulker monsters. They're actually migratory. And if you treat them with care, sometimes they'll just be happy to hang out around with you, and other times they'll just wander off. So yeah, we're gonna just help these to find a new home. Of course, it also means I'm going to spend the next 87 years clicking through these shulker boxes to remember what's in them. But I'm sure that's totally okay. Okay. One left. All right, we'll get it. Don't worry, it won't despawn right away. It's got time. Seriously, it has time. We'll get it. Probably doesn't have anything important in it anyway. Oh yeah, just my wax. That's totally unimportant. Okay. All right, now all of this is going to have to move too. Now, honestly, we do need an ender chest in here. Don't know where, but somewhere in here there should be an ender chest. I mean, I could put it there, but I really like what that's doing, so. All right. I don't think I want to leave it there, but we'll figure something out. In the meantime, I do need more food. Okay. Been living out of a suitcase for a while. I'm starting to run out of resources. All right, and then of course we're going to need to add some light through here too, which I think we might be able to do if I were to run carpet. Right, if I were to run carpet and give myself some aisles, or perhaps a single aisle, right, something along those lines, I could throw some light under there. And then, let's see, what did I use here? Oak? Yeah. All right, oak. We're definitely going to need some more oak. Need some more oak slabs. Fortunately, oak slabs are easy. Crafting table. Yeah, all of this is going to have to move. Okay, and this bed. We'll worry about that in a minute. Yes. I suppose having a crafting table in here might be a good thing. Maybe instead of this smoker? Okay. Not fabulous, but I kind of okay with it. All right. That's stuff. Smoker. All right. Now, the stone cutter won't stay here, but I do need it, so we'll just slap it down. All right. Let's grab some oak slabs. Now, I do need the oak slabs, and I need the mangrove shelves, which am I out of? Okay. All right, well, that's fine. We'll just strip all of this and make more. Because, yeah, I'm going to need more of those. And hope I don't need more mangrove wood, because otherwise I have to go actually farm it, and that sucks. I don't like farming trees to begin with, but farming mangrove is definitely high up there amongst my least favorite trees to harvest. Okay. So something along... Oh. Actually, that's too close. Okay, because actually I know I'm going to need more of these. Right. We'd have a pew that goes like this. Right? And do I want to... I guess... I don't know. Let's see how close together this looks. Okay, this might be okay. All right, so if this sort of goes this way, I'm definitely going to have to get more mangrove if I do this. I'm going to have to anyway, but I think what I want to do is let's back this up one block. Okay. Now, I've certainly been in churches where the space between the pews is pretty horrible. Okay, but... Okay. That might be a little bit better. And then... Yeah, I think that'll get the point across anyway. I am going to have to drop in some light. Again, probably underneath the carpet here, but... Okay. Yeah, we're going to have to go harvest some more mangrove, which is annoying, but it's fine. How are we doing back here? Well, haven't aged yet. At least those ones haven't. Yep, that would be a nope. Okay. Okay, this is the bench nobody sits in. This is the one everybody wants to sit in. And, yeah. Okay. So, yeah, when you're sitting here, definitely going to be looking up a little bit, but it's not going to be too bad, right? Sure. All right. I mean, I could shift everything back a block, but here, let's grab a couple of these just for... Oops. I just need to figure out where all of this is sitting, right? So that's going to be there. This bed needs to move. Okay. Right, so we have this shape, I suppose. So it's going to go here. This will be all blocked off. What I can do is, at least back behind here, those are at that block level. I mean, they're right on that block. I could push them forward just a bit and try to get some light in there. It's going to be a little bit of a problem with this one, but then again, maybe not. Maybe not. Also, I don't want it to be too bright, actually. I mean, I don't mind the light. That's all in all. Actually, that's not a bad deal. But okay, I'm just worried a little bit. Deal with that in a moment. A little bit worried about it being too bright, but honestly, I think we might be okay. This might work. Okay. Hang on, we'll be dealing with it. Do I just... Yeah, I think I want to move all of these forward. Okay. I don't know if I want to put the... See, putting the lights there almost heightens the shadow that's up that way, but maybe that's okay. That's okay. Do I want to move them down? That might be a better... Might be better. Oops, hang on. Those have to come out. We have frog lights here and here. Okay. Okay, let's get those in. Let's take those frog lights out from up top. Awesome. All right. Cool. So that's going to bring a little bit more light down here. That gets a little... Yeah, I think that's actually going to be better. So, all right. So let's go ahead and take out these trapdoors. Okay. At the very least, I want those like so. Now, what I don't know... Ooh, do I want those out? I think maybe I do. Maybe I do. So let's go ahead and put in... All right. Wool is probably the worst thing to be using, but it's okay. All right. And then the question of... Do I want to... Oops. Do I want to completely filled out with frog lights? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think that's going to be okay. So let's come back here and pick up this wool. This is why the wool was the worst choice. It's because it's just going to take forever to line up. Will be like that. Yeah. All right, so that means all of this is going to have to come out. Okay, and then those ones as well. All right, so now frog lights. All right, so something along these lines, right? All right, so that's going to go there. Go ahead and slap that wool in place. And the rest of them are back behind the wall, of course, because it's easier that way. Okay. Well, I don't know how I'm going to deal with that. I'm going to deal with that somehow, but that's a problem for future me. Let's go ahead and get this in place. So that can go away. I think... Yeah, so now we've got a little bit of darkness that we're going to solve by doing something. Okay. On the plus side, the building is spawn proof. Okay, so that's definitely a win. Though it's going to get dimmer as these well, dim. Right, let's get the rest of the wool. Now, I was thinking about putting some lights under the carpet, but again, this floor is the ceiling for the floor below, and I don't think I want to be running frog lights under there. So that's fine. We're just gonna have to get some other light in here. Okay. Which, honestly, we can do with lanterns and some other things, but... Heck, I was in one chapel, they had hanging lights, and they were just like hanging balls, so... That might work, especially with mangrove trap doors on them. Ooh, I think probably iron chains... Going to be the way we're going to go with this. All right. Cool. Now comes the great iron hunt. Okay, well, we found iron. Cool. All right, well, that should work. All right. Cool. So let's go ahead and get some iron. I know one of these. Okay, that's bars? Iron bars rather than chains. No, chains are going to be the better option. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and put the wool away. That's not where the wool goes. Wool goes in there. All right. Wonderful. And I go in here. Sleepy, sleepy. Hey, Ethan, how's it going over there on Kick? Hope you're doing all right. I'm hanging in there. We are definitely making some progress. Ran out of mangrove, but we'll solve that problem here in a minute. All right, I was doing things. Okay. Grab some of this stuff. All right, and crafting table. There we go, and some chains. Cool. Now, I think... Let's see, I think we're going to bring some here. So I need... All right, apparently we're going to be using the smooth stone as the temp block. I think this might be about okay. Let's find out. Okay, maybe not. All right, one more. That's fine. Okay, Chris, now I can barely see it. All right, so I think, is that going to be high enough? I think it might be high enough. Let us try it and see. Let's try using the correct tool here, huh? Right. Oh yeah, I am, wow, bad at Minecraft. All right. All right, so if that's about the right height, light levels are going to be good. Yeah, let's see what I've got in the way of mangrove trapdoors, which I should have a bunch of for, yeah, all the reasons. Cool. Awesome. So let's go ahead and just slap that in place. Look at the bottom too, but yeah. Not bad. I could potentially use birch trapdoors for that, but I think that's okay. So that means I would be putting another one right here. Right? Just outside of this one. And this guy is at Y99. Sweet, 98, 99. Cool. Add our trapdoors. All right, and the chains, because that's where the chains go. Okay, hopefully I'm in the right place. Yes, okay. I like it when things work. All right, and then we just slap that in there. Yeah, so it will be a little bit dim as we come across here. And yeah, I'll add some more light on that side. But that should be fine. I'm partly because I'm worried a little bit about what's happening over here once these guys start to oxidize. Okay, like that one. Okay, that one's perfect. In fact, let me go get some stuff. Wow. Give me a junk box. One of these is a junk box. None of these are junk boxes. Awesome. Fine. Okay. And then one of these down here is that one. Has the honeycomb. Okay. Cool. Yeah, see, this is going to work out nicely once these oxidize. Because they put out just a little bit less light. Huh. All right, what I'm going to do, we'll gunk this one up at this level, the weathered exposed bulbs. But it only drops like one light level. Right, this is 13, this is at 12. We'll see, maybe I'll let it oxidize down another notch. We'll try it over here. Because that might be enough, because I want this center one to be a little bit brighter than the others. Now I could maybe solve that with a little bit of glow lichen on top of these, on top of those leaves. But probably not. Glow lichen's not that bright, and the frog lights are right under there. So yeah, probably not. Okay. All right. Well, I guess progress is being made. Let's go ahead and get the rest of these lamps in. Okay. All right, so again, we're bringing this up to Y99. Speaking of 99, I have been in the mood to watch Get Smart. Have you ever seen that show? I'm not talking about the really bad Will Ferrell movie. Or not Will Ferrell. Whatever his name is. The other guy. Who's not Will Ferrell. Um, I don't know. He was in things. He was in The Office, I guess. Stephen Carell? Yeah, Carell. Steve Carell? Yeah. Anyway, not that movie with him. And actually, Anne Hathaway might have played 99 in that movie. But it wasn't good, regardless. But the old 60s TV show was all sorts of fun. And I just happened to have it on DVD. It's facing the wrong way. And so I may have to rig that one up, pop that onto my media server, and rip it off the DVDs, all the fun stuff like that. Because yeah, I've been sort of in an old shows kick lately. I mean, I was watching. Oh, I'm not gonna have enough chains. Right, I've been watching Speed Racer. I think that's the one I need. Yeah, the old the old 60s Speed Racer. I mean, yes, it's a little bit cheesy. Okay, it's a lot bit cheesy. But still, for the most part, it's not bad. Said I could do with less chim chim in my life. You know, Spritle could go elsewhere. But the rest of it, you know, it's all sorts of fun. Okay. Honestly, what I would not mind watching again, and unfortunately I don't have access to it, would be the old or not, it's not that old. The movie they did, the Wachowskis did back in 2008, I guess, somewhere around there. The movie wasn't great. The script was a little weak and the acting was weird. It had a look though that was pretty amazing. They did something really clever with their cameras, and it looked tremendous. And yeah, definitely worth a watch just for the visuals. Yeah, not thrilled with this. I mean, I like what the shelves are doing. Don't get me wrong. It's just, and the whole barrier here, right? Sort of guardrail. So you come up here, you don't want people just walking off the podium. They'd fall off and break their neck, and that would be bad. Okay, so I need to clear up some inventory space. All right, so step one, put the redstone in there. Or if anything else that would go in there, right? Now, levers. Levers can go in there. All right, let's offload a bunch of wood. Boxes might be okay, right? Sure. Okay, wood. Go with thar. All right, wool goes there. All right, let's. All right, well, let's go get some mangrove. It's all right. This will take roughly forever, but that's okay. We're only gonna need, shoot, 30 logs, something like that. So, you know, I'm sure it's gonna be fine. Okay. Hopefully Nigel is still hanging out in the... No. You need to quit going through the portals, okay? He'll never listen. Nigel is stubborn like that. He's definitely one of those guys who's like, no, I know you want me to do a thing. I'm not going to do the thing because that would be silly. And I am not about silliness. I mean, you look at the face of Nigel. Yeah, he's definitely not a silly person, which is unfortunate. So I guess he's just going to hang out on the nether roof for a while. All right, let's get some mangrove. There it is. Okay, well. Yeah, the mangrove trees, of course, they do great with the snow, because mangrove is like that. Just definitely a cold weather tree, you know. All right. Yeah, take down some of this. Hey, Chair, how's it going? Welcome back. Hope you're having a fabulous day today. Or, you know, any sort of day that you kind of feel like having. I'm not going to tell you what type of day you should have. Okay, yeah, we're just going to need a bunch of this. All right, well, fine. Fine. Mangrove is so painful. I guess it could be worse. I'm not entirely sure how, but it could be. But yeah, I've been going through. I got back in the mood to continue adding stuff to my media server. And you know, I had a bunch of stuff that it's been sitting here waiting for me to rip it for a while. Some of it was stuff I'd gotten a while back and just hadn't done anything with. Some of it, like Get Smart that we were talking about a minute ago, my dad had in his collection. And so it's like, okay, I never had those. It'd be nice to, oh, fine. Add those to the server. So, you know, I'm going through some of those. And also I discovered that a few of my series that I had on the server, I don't know, something happened and I lost all but the first 3 episodes of a handful of them. Like, I had 2 or 3 seasons of Doctor Who that just, I only had the first 3 episodes of the season. I don't know why I only had the first 3 episodes of the season, but yep, that and the first 3 episodes of Star Trek Picard. And while that show is not one that I particularly enjoy, it would be nice if I had the full season there, not just the first 3 episodes, you know? Okay. Yeah, the mangrove trees are a pain. All right, well. Okay. Gonna be able to climb up to the top. Yes. Wonderful. I don't know, the mangrove might not be too bad in other circumstances, but I mean, of course, I don't need all of these leaves. I really should throw them in a composter of some sort, but I don't have a composter right handy. So, yeah. Away they go. All right. What are we doing on logs? Actually, 44 logs is not bad. Okay. That'll work then. Let's pick up these propagules, though. Obviously, you can farm those, but it's annoying to have to do so, and I don't want to. I mean, I guess that's fair, right? Sure. All right. Do I have a composter down in the city. Let's take a look. That is a long way down. All right. I honestly don't remember if I set up a composter in here. The closest, so I don't have one there. Little pseudo brewing setup. I think the closest thing I've got is going to be the moss machine. So yeah, I can make this happen. All right. In fact, it is composting like mad right now. Wonderful. I mean, it makes sense. I think I was running it for a while. Ow. All right, hang on. Gotta get up there. Somehow, this way. It's like somehow I've got a way up here. All right. That'll work. Sure. That'll be totally fine. Oh, of course, you can compost the roots too, huh? Yeah, we can hang on to the roots. I thought the machine was off. Apparently I left it on. Okay, hang on. Leaving it on is bad because sometimes you end up with cobblestone, and I'd like to avoid that. Just because it's a pain to have to deal with. Oh, you know what? That might have been it. I think I was running the farm to get bone meal. I don't remember why I needed bone meal, but yeah, that was totally what I was doing. Okay, well, now that I've got the mangrove. Okay, and I hope this is enough. Let's go ahead and just strip it, since I'm standing here not doing anything and I've got a long hallway. Okay. I mean, there probably was a better way of doing that, but okay, we're doing it this way. That's gonna be fine. Yeah, see, I would love to have a sawmill. Something, right, you could throw a log on and get stripped logs. You could throw planks on it and get stairs and slabs and things. That would be cool, right? Yeah, I think it would be cool. I was sure they could add it to the stone cutter, but honestly, I think it might not be a bad thing to have a new some new type of villager workstation for for just a set of, like a new lumberjack villager or something. I mean, and he would be okay. He'd sleep all night and work all day, you know? You know, he's a lumberjack and he's okay. All right. Let's head back up and get our... Hopefully this is going to be enough. I didn't count, so I honestly have no idea if this is going to be enough, but, you know, we'll give it a shot. Mangrove shelves. 42. This should be pretty close. Yeah, I think it'll be good. All right. Yeah. Not bad. Let's get a little bit more red carpet. Probably more than what we've got there. Oops, wrong. So much that's wrong about that. Okay, yeah, we'll just run it all the way back Not all the way to the wall, but a little bit there. Okay, do I... No, I don't want to take it all the way to the stairs. I'm trying to decide if I want to bring some across the back here like this. Maybe not there. I mean, the redstone stands out, but it's not quite as bad as if I maybe didn't have the carpet here. Okay, I guess that works. Yeah, I guess that'll work. All right, so we've got ourselves a nice little chapel here, and the lights look to be okay. Now, again, we're waiting for stuff to oxidize, and it is not, but yeah, I really do. I think I'm going to have to let those copper bulbs drop. I mean, dropping just the one level, you can see the difference between the left and the right-hand side of this section here. That's not bad. It's not bad at all. Having it oxidized a little bit more, so there's just a little bit less light, might be okay, but unfortunately, that's going to take a little while. The good news is the last copper bulb up behind this painting oxidized, so I got that all scraped up and waxed, so everything's looking pretty good up here. Yeah, okay. Sort of, kind of wanting a different painting there. I really like that one, though. It's just, I don't know. Maybe the colors are wrong, which, you know, could be. You've got the blue portal and all of the other fun going on out here. So, you know, something. Hey, Sonar, how's it going over there on YouTube? Hope you're having a fabulous day. Okay, things are going all right. The moon behind the stained glass window is nice. What are we up to? Well, I am decorating the inside of this this church. Also, I'm going to sleep. I kind of like this, though. It's got a... I don't know if I want to add anything to the walls here. I mean, I could bring something along, right? I could take maybe some of this oak and run it across the side here. Looks super sick. Well, thank you. Yeah, I am waiting for I've got some copper bulbs behind the benches up on the rostrum here. I'm waiting for them to oxidize a little bit because they're just a bit bright. Unfortunately, just gonna have to wait. My mic cut out. I'm still seeing it. Everything's looking good on this side. Okay. Okay. Yeah, everything's good here. All right. Might need to refresh. Of course, you don't have audio right now. Well, okay, yeah. I was gonna say it's not me. It's not me. I'm watching all of the little things go back and forth over here. The lights are good. Anyway, that was definitely you. Yeah. So, anyway, as I was saying, I'm waiting for these to oxidize. So I've got not quite as much light, especially on these two sides, compared to like the center section. But yeah, I think that'll be good. And then, you know, so if you've got somebody standing up here, right, doing the thing, you know, it's good. Of course, I have a green shirt. I'm blending into the greenery behind me, but that's okay. So yeah, that's working. There's some of it. So I don't like this redstone here, but I need it to make these shelves behave. So, you know, what are you going to do? Okay. And unfortunately, because I've got double trapdoor action going on here, I can't put carpet over it, so. Dang. All right. I don't know if there's, I said, anything else, though. These walls on the sides, though, definitely feel a little bit plain. I do have the slight problem that these things are lower than those, but maybe that's not going to be a problem. Let's get some oak. Do I have more oak? That would be an annoyance. All right, hang on. Let me go see if I've got more in the storage. There isn't a lot in the storage over here, but... Oh, heck, I probably have a whole nother shulker box that has more wood in it. But we'll check the storage room. This is a community storage room that I'm setting up for everyone on the server. Well, those 5 extra logs are going to be a lot. Yeah, sitting up here beneath a shulker farm. Yeah, nice little place over here. Okie dokie. He's gonna be fine. We're gonna be doing great things. Is there a full screen version? Yes. If you're watching in the shorts feed, you should be able to just open up in the regular YouTube app. It's the same address even. I haven't watched the stream in the shorts, so I'm not entirely sure how that's going. But yes, there is 100% a full shorts or a full size version you can watch in YouTube. If you just go to I don't have a link to it, but if you just go to the channel, I'm live right over there too. So should be able to do good things. I don't know. YouTube is weird. See if I come out like so. Found it. Okay. Consider statues in the walls? Maybe. Maybe. I don't know that I want to go that crazy. I do want to strip these, right? That's going to get funky as it gets over here, though. Let's see what this looks like, but I'm almost certain I want this to be higher. But yeah, I could do statues. Like I've got the armor stands mods and stuff in place. Yeah, that's not working for me. Also, I'd have to replace all of this, and I don't know that I like that either. But I definitely feel like I need a little bit of something here. All right, I mean, I could bring this out this way. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's a little bit better. But I'm just... Yeah, I need to... Actually, you know what I need over here is I need mangrove. Right? I need to bring some of the red over. Because it's... I've got a lot of this... a lot of the tan, because I've got the sandstone, and we've got... it's just a lot of that. So if I were to come in here... Shelves would be expensive. I mean, doable. I could totally make it happen, but... Let's see, I've got some trapdoors around here somewhere. Trapdoors. There we go. Right, I could. Right, bring some trapdoors. Oops, those are the wrong place. Right, I could bring something like so. Okay, I'm not. This isn't permanent. It's just a thing. I think the trapdoors are wrong, but the color is right. You know, I wonder. Let's. I'm going to leave that side for a minute. Let's come over here. Hop up on some scaffolding. I'm going to run some mangrove shelves up along the top. We're going to do some crown molding type thing. Hey, Abdul, how's it going? How's it going? What am I doing? I'm working here trying to make a church happen. Working on the inside of this chapel here. This church houses a brewing factory and will, you know, and a rabbit farm and. Oh, why finally got a? Oh, yep. Cool. That works. It's like, why aren't any of my scaffoldings, you know, staying? All right, but if I were to come across like so. Oh, thanks, dude. It's doing something anyway. Yes. That's definitely what I needed. Okay. All right. Catch all of this scaffolding. All of the scaffolding, please. Okay. I'm not that hard up on bamboo that I couldn't make more scaffolding, but all right. But that definitely helps. I could add some down at the base as well. It does mean I'm going to have to go farm more mangrove to pull that off, but I like mangrove, but man, it's a pain. All right. We're doing all right, though, right? Sure. Okay. Sure we are. That's not where that goes. Okay. And I hope I've got enough shelves to make this work. Need some more. You watched a Create mod tutorial. Oh, nice. Yeah, I did both. I did a tree farm and a steam engine. And Abdul, you may be right. Now, one of the things I could do is I could actually knock in a window in either or both of these walls. But yes, Sonar, I did create a couple of Create mod tutorials. Yeah, you're right, Abdul. It does need something. Now, like I said, I can cut through there and put windows. Like, here, let me sleep. Now, there's going to be some terraforming I'm going to have to do on the outside of this nonsense. But, like, so here's the... I'll go ahead and close the door. So here's the building, okay? Sort of an A-frame with the roof that comes down. Kind of fun. The chapel's on the other side of that wall, okay? So I could kick in a couple of windows like I've got over here. It's just going to be a matter of how does it end up getting placed within the room itself. Plus, this hill's a little bit of a problem. You have my spruce farm. Oh, nice. Oh, yeah. The spruce was definitely weird. Because it's the 2x2 tree. I mean, you could do it as a 1x1 tree. You just have to be careful about how you place things. But yeah, the 2x2 trees in Create Mod are a little bit weird. So that might work. I'll have to take a look on the inside. Where things are going to get a little tricky is on the other side of this building. I've got a hill. And I think I've already decided I want to terraform this hill down, but it's going to be funky. Also, yeah, I think you're right with the windows. Yeah, the snowman was built by one of the other members of the server, and it is a great addition to the area. See this area, this is spawn. So we've got a little spawn hut here, but was just this cute little valley that I thought, you know what? I built the shulker farm over here and put the glass ball around it, and thought, you know what? Ow. This would be a really cute place to have a little winter village, you know? So I've got the little store going on over there. We've got this church happening here. You know, oh, hi. You know what? You guys need to stop. Okay? Thanks. So yeah, it's doing all right, but I definitely need to terraform into that. All right, anyway, all of that in mind. Yeah, take care. Thanks for stopping by, Sonar, and I hope to see you again. Yeah, I love it. Now, I picked this world. I love building in spruce taiga forest and stuff like that. But I picked this world for another reason. Not too far that way, there are about 3 or 4 ancient cities right next to each other. And I was doing I was renovating an ancient city. And then since then I've moved on to other things, but I love this cute little area here, and I figured it would become a nice community area. All right, now, all of that said, what's the center of this? All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. That's going to put me here. So that kicks me into this wall. Okay, so if I stay centered, that could be a problem. Now, obviously over here, I've got snow, so I have to terraform before I can do a lot with this. But that is just in the wrong place. The door takes this area between these little section things coming down. This though, this is in the wrong place. It's just wrong. Yeah, it's just, he's not great. Now this is, right, this is fine. Those are all centered. This, not so much. All right, well, we are going to find another solution. He's not good at that. Now I could come in with paintings, right? Which wouldn't be a horrible thing to be doing. Oh, hang on. I think this is oxidized. Actually, yeah, it has. Let me check these ones. Those are still bright as all get out. Let me see. Okay, well, this one will oxidize back to that. I'm going to let the other side go back actually to the level that this was on, but I've already waxed this, and, you know. Plants in a bookshelf. Plants, definitely a possibility. This is the chapel of a church, which you don't typically have a lot of bookshelves in the chapel. In other rooms, study rooms and stuff, you might. I'm going to be doing some other decor in here. You know, between the windows and things here, but plants. Now, one chapel of a church I was in, and this was something I was playing with a moment ago. It had a shelf that would come across sort of like so. Come on, can do it. Right, and it had some greenery on the shelf. Right, it's like it was just a little bit thing above the. It's actually even the walls went up, were cut in just a little bit, or cut out, however you want to look at it. And then there was some fake plants and stuff above it. Looked kind of cool. But that might be an interesting thing, especially if I were to use the mangrove trapdoors. All right, hang on. Let's get some dirt. Does it need to be dirt? Not if I'm using leaves. Okay. Yeah, if I'm using leaves, it doesn't have to be. So the question is, do I want it to be on a... The frames are off from the other side? Okay, not sure where you're... So these guys are all centered. Okay, but... Yeah, we'll have to figure out something here. But, yeah, now I do know that these are different heights. That was by design. Okay? That was intentional. Now, so I may end up having to replace the sandstone with oak. But we'll see. And that's not a bad thing. I just have to go get more oak, I think. So where would I want this? I might... Do I want to line up here? Oh, yeah, that's what you were referring to? Yeah. So that was intentional. I wanted these to be a little bit lower. They're actually one block lower. But yeah, if I replace this with spruce, it's going to make the brewing sand thing here a little bit... Maybe it won't stand... I don't know. I'll have to take a look at it, but... I have leaves somewhere. I've got some azalea leaves even, so that could be helpful. I may have to head back to the city and get more. But let's see. If I were to... Just make it go down to the floor. Yeah, actually that... It's a little funky over there, but it's okay. Yeah, see, if I bring in the trapdoors... Let's say I bring trapdoors in here at this level. Okay? Hang on. We'll drop them down for a minute. If I had leaves up here like so, we'll just mix and match some leaves for a minute. Is that okay? Should I... Let's see. This might be a little bit too much. That's definitely too much. I could put some... let's take these out. And I could put some plants and stuff above there too. But for now, could do that. If I were to cover them with the oak trapdoors, they're a little bit wider. That's a definite maybe. I do like the mangrove on the bottom. Okay. We'll have to play with this. But if I'm going to pull this across, I definitely need to replace this sandstone. So let's go ahead and get that done. So trapdoor lets you see more inside. Yes, but the colors are funky. Because acacia would do that. But acacia is really orange. And I think that might be a little bit... It would be a little bit too much here. All right, so hang on. First thing, let's replace this sandstone. Yeah, acacia or maybe one of the netherwoods. But those colors are just wrong. Maybe the warped, or not the warped, the crimson. But even that, I think, would be a little bit too purple. Okay. Okay, I would like to be able to get up there, please. Thank you. I have a bad habit of falling off things, so I tend to crouch a lot more than I need to. Okay. There we go. Yeah, it's definitely one of those things where I would love to be able to get okay. Yeah. I'd love to be able to get some of the trap doors. Oh, right. There goes all that lichen. Doesn't matter, but it's annoying. I'd like to be able to get some of the trap doors in different different things. Like if I could get like dark oak trapdoors with this pattern, or I don't know, you know, the mangrove trapdoor color on this pattern, right? Yeah, this is definitely the way we're gonna have to go with this. Let me go see. I'm almost positive. Yeah, I've got some more oak here. And I was playing, what was I? Oh, when I was playing Create Mod, we were just talking about that a minute ago. I had I forgot what the mod, oops, swap the tools. I had a mod that was, I forgot which one it was, but it gave me all of the different trapdoors with all of the different styles, which was really, really nice. But sadly, here in vanilla, we just have to deal with the rest of it. Okay. Hi. I would like that to not be there. All right, we'll do this that way. All right, cool. Can I reach? There we go. Yeah, see, this is swapping this out for the spruce or for the oak. All the sandstone for the that I've got for the textures, definitely working a little bit better. Heck. What? I don't know what. I don't know. Something. Yeah, so it was a mod, because I was playing modded Minecraft, so there was lots of things, but it was, I'm going to need a wood block there. I think it was, I don't know. Anyway, one of the mods I had, you could craft up a bunch of different, I forgot what they called it, but you could, it was a template of some sort or other. And then, yeah, you could use it to basically get any trapdoor pattern mixed and matched with any other wood type. Which was handy. Oops, come on. I can do this. Oak wood, thank you. You go there. We strippy. Okay. All right, that should be. See, if this weren't wall, that's the. So that's the catch. This is all wall stuff back here, but I guess I can replace this. Okay. That's a little. Oh, I was gonna say it's a little funky, and it is totally. We are dealing with all the funkiness back here. All right, that's a problem for future me. We'll just close the door on that and not worry about it. Oh, you've been doing the ATM grind. Okay. Yeah. Well, and it wasn't part of Create. It was the series I did was Create focused, but it was probably Macaw's Trapdoor, something like that. I don't remember. I've got the mod pack. I don't think I still have the link, but I had the mod pack up on Modrinth. That was handy. All right. Anyway, so we've got this going. Yeah, it definitely, that definitely looks different. Okay, so let's go ahead and bring... Yes, I think this is going to work. It's just going to be a little bit funky, okay? And I know, I say that a lot, but it's true so very often. Let's get some more leaves. And we're going to be doing a little bit of messing around with different things here. Also, I really don't need the mangrove fruits. Okay. Leaves, leaves. Aha. Spruce, some azalea. Okay. And I think what I'm going to do is I am going to continue with the oak, but we're going to do a little bit of something else with that too. I don't know what yet, but something. I have vague visions in my wee little mind, so we'll get stuck underneath a lamp. Okay. Let's try this again, this time without the whole head smashing goodness, right? Right. Okay. Oh, where's my flowering azalea? I would like to have some more of those as well. See, the oak leaves get really, really blue in the... Okay. Is that a little bit too... Yeah, it'll be fine. Yeah, they get really blue in this this biome, but it's okay. Oak slabs or stairs on the top? Yes, something. I don't know what, but yeah, it definitely needs a little bit of something. Now, what I might do, let's go and get these trapdoors in, first of all. What I could do is eat a carrot and then maybe come in, like I could just slap in some more mangrove trapdoors, right? Right, we could do something like this. So if I free cam out here, right, we get this sort of look. It almost gives like a floral pipeline of sorts. Okay, that wouldn't be bad necessarily. I could, I don't know. It's not bad. And you're right, Abdul, it does look pretty good. It's just a matter of what else I want to do with it. All right, let's go ahead and just get this in place. Because honestly, I'm going for a sort of modern feel here. Yeah, oak is fine. Yeah, I'm going for a maybe not totally modern, but not like hyper rustic either. Just something that's kind of classic. And I think that sort of works. I want to try one thing before we go from this. Let's take out some of these trapdoors here for a minute. Okay. And basically what I want to do is I want to see if maybe just having the leaves sandwiched in is okay, or if I do want the trapdoors there. Yeah, I think I do need something in front of the leaves. You know what might be interesting? Hang on. Let's see. I think I had... Let's grab some bars. Let's grab some iron bars. And maybe this is not quite... The fact that it isn't binding to anything is kind of funky, but that's a possibility. What if you made the trapdoor like a border between the other types of leaves? Maybe. Maybe. Ooh. and group the same types of leaves together. Yeah, it's a possibility. The nice thing about doing that is like, oh yeah, here's the azalea and here's this. The nice thing about splitting it up is you get sort of a little bit more of a dynamic look. Hang on. I have, not here, somewhere, probably back here somewhere. The iron bars do look good, but I want to try copper. Now I have a lot of iron bars because I have a tendency just to make way too many of them. You know, I used to have a vague idea where I had left everything. Oh, I wonder if I don't actually have copper over here. Okay. I don't have copper. I like the bars, though. So what I'm thinking is, what if we use copper bars rather than the iron? If we took the orange copper bars, yeah. Copper bars. I mean, we could, the copper trapdoors would be too. They can look like this, but orange. Which, to be fair, is nice and open. But oh yes, they added copper bars in the last update. Something like that. And copper chains. So if you're into that sort of thing. Copper lamps and copper torches. Yeah, all sorts of cool stuff. Yeah, see, you've got some copper bars here. Those ones I've let oxidize and go green because it looks really good against the brick. Let's see. I think I used copper. Yeah, see, I've got some copper lamps in here. So these ones, again, I let oxidize because it looked cooler. And I don't know if I did anything. Yeah, no, just some copper chains and stuff. You haven't been on vanilla since the copper golem. And yeah, it just made the, yeah, well, these came in, I think it's with that same update. But yeah, these copper lamps, these are, you make them and then let them oxidize. But you get the sort of green light with them, and oh, I like them. They are very nice. Very nice. All right. So I didn't get copper bars, but I did get copper, so we'll craft them. Which is fine. Can totally do the thing. All right, so let's see now. I need inventory space is what I need. Okay. Also, I'm pretty sure I don't need this cherry. Or no, that's pale oak. Still don't need it. All right, so let's go ahead and get some copper ingots. And then, yeah, so you can get copper grates and all this stuff. But let's get some copper bars. I'm going to have to go get some more wax if we do this. But the bars are definitely, I like them more than I like the trapdoors. So we're either going to go with the iron bars or the copper. And if we go with the copper, I think I want to go with the orange, like that. The nice thing about the copper is if you let it oxidize a little bit, it blends in with the iron so much that it almost looks like the iron is rusting. It's really nice. So, yeah. Yeah, you go right under them, and then it's like, oh, look, this is silly. But there isn't a whole lot we can do about that, right? I mean, I could come in, I could put more trapdoors under it, for, you know, like that. But that just looks dumb. And honestly, I'm kind of okay. I'm kind of okay with that, okay? Because, yeah, for the most part, yes, there will be a row that comes here. That's going to be a problem. But, right, we will have a row of plants that come across here as well. That would be nice if this were in the right place. Thanks. You have some of the center ones oxidized? Very possible. So it's just a question of, do I want them to be a little bit more iron or a little bit more orange? Right? White or orange. The nice thing about the orange is it actually does, like with this copper, it does blend in kind of, at least it feels like it's blending in with the mangrove. The colors, like this light color stripe that's right in the middle of the trap door, kind of blends in nicely with the copper. I think, yes, letting some of it oxidize a little bit would be good. I just don't know which one I like better. I think I like the copper better. I think we'll go with the copper. We'll let some of it oxidize. I think that's right. Yeah, and I think that's going to be good. I'm just going to have to go get some more beeswax. What do they call it? Yeah, honeycomb. To go get some honeycomb so I can wax these things. But yeah, we'll let that stuff oxidize. All right. I think I left another stack of wax here in the house because I've got shulker monsters everywhere. I was so bad about that. Third iron, third oxidized, and a third copper. It's a very interesting idea. All right. It's just a matter of blending it to look good. Okay. Ow. Yeah. Yeah, bringing in some copper is definitely going to be the way to go. Where's my sandstone box? Because, yeah, it's definitely too much copper there. Okay, so that'll go in that way. All right, so if I'm going to do this, I'm going to need a couple more bars. Okay. Well, that's a little too many, but all right. It's going to be a little bit funky over here, but I don't think it's going to be too bad. We're just going to have some issues with the this frame around the door, but I think that'll be okay. All right, so the question is, where do I want it to be iron? Because that's going to be the first step. What if I come in with the iron, say, in here? This might be a little bit much. Okay, so we'll oxidize these guys on the sides. Actually, I almost, yeah. I almost want to put iron right across from the bulbs, but I think that would not quite give the look I'm wanting. Ah, come on. Let's get up there and let's use the right tool here, shall we? All right. Yeah, I think that'll be good. And we'll let... So well, these guys will oxidize a step, which I think will be just enough to blend in with the copper. We'll see how that goes. All right. Meanwhile, they're not waxed. They're just not oxidizing. So that's cool. All right. I like it. This is light supposed to make stuff rust faster? You would think. Well, no. No, because rust is a factor of oxygen, not light. So, because, I mean, it's right there in the name. It's oxidization. We are in fact getting rusty. And letting it oxidize means you're exposing it to oxygen. Okay, so we're just going to add a few. Said this side's going to get weird, so I may have to change out what I'm doing with the doorway or stop the flowers, which is also a possibility. So, yeah. We'll let that happen. Bring a little spruce action in there. Okay. We're going to have to go get some more trapdoors. Okay. Okay. Yeah, because that's just weird. Unfortunately, on the other side of this, right, I also have this one, so I've got a lever there. So, unfortunately, dealing with that's going to be a little bit awkward, but it shouldn't be too bad, I would hope, but wow. Yeah, stop the flowers. Yeah, I think you're probably right. I don't happen to have... Okay. Yeah, because if I were to just take that out, it's fine. What I can do even is I could take the bars. I think the copper ones. Right, and then we can kind of bring them out like so. All right, I need to get some more trapdoors, but yeah, we can get something sort of along those lines, right? Okay, that's not too bad. Yeah, let me plank that up. Okay, trap doors. Now, I do have a data pack on, so I get crazy numbers of trap doors when I craft it. Instead of getting like 3, I get 12. I've thought about dialing that down to 6, which makes a lot more sense to me, but I just haven't because I'm lazy. Selectively lazy, in fact. If you want selectively lazy merch, you can get it at musicfreegaming.com. Because, hey, I'm not above plugging my own stuff. Okay. Yeah, that is looking better. As this copper oxidizes, it's going to look even better. But I think we're doing okay. I really wish those lanterns would oxidize, darn it. It's like, come on, man. I just want light. Or less light. And yep, they're definitely not waxed. So, yeah, the plug, you know. I could plug all the things, but I'm not going to. So, anyway, yes, the selectively. I like that design. I can thank my daughter for that. She came up with the general idea, and I adapted it a little bit, but it's good. I like it. Okay, so yeah, this is going to look so much nicer once this starts to oxidize. That's going to take forever. I really would like this light to go down. This is... I think this light level... right, you can't see it there. That's got to be bright. All right, hang on. Let's pop this open. Light levels in overlays. I think that's on. So if I hit this, no, there was a, hang on, there was a thing here. Oh, I think was it that one? Ah, yes. Oh, yes. Look at all of the, holy mackerel. Okay. But yeah, that's light level 13, 11. Yeah, adding glow lichen up there is not going to make any difference at all. So All right. This, by the way, that's vanilla. That's a vanilla thing. Yep, something they added, I think, with this last update, or the previous update, 1.21.10. 1.21.11 now. Yeah, because Glow Lichen, I think, has a light level of 7. So yeah, so that's not going to be any brighter up there. Okay. All right, so we've got this going. Yeah, see, that's honestly what I would really like to have is for this to be brighter and this to even to stay where it's at. But yeah, yes, so you can come into, of course, you have your regular F3 menu, but you can customize it now. On Java and I think in Bedrock on Windows, then it's F3 and F6. Hold F3 and hit F6, and then you can adjust what you put on there. Yeah, it's huge. Now, I typically use Mini HUD to show a thing up in the corner. But yeah, you can customize the F3 menus so it's a lot easier to see what's going on and all sorts of good stuff, which is cool. All right. So, yeah. Yeah, F3 plus F6. Yeah, it's a brand new thing. It's very awesome. Does do some good things for vanilla players, both on Java and Bedrock. Okay, so there are a couple of things like this. That one should be oxidized, or should not oxidize. Probably the same here. I think this one I want to stay orange. That one will let oxidize. That one will keep it full. And the rest we're gonna let them age and see what it looks like. But aside from waiting for the copper to do its thing, this is doing all right. Yeah, see, what I'd really like is for this center section to be a little bit brighter. Unfortunately, I don't really have a way to make it brighter without totally changing the look. So we'll deal with it. And then, because I do like the light, I just want this area, this section, which would be right behind the speaker, I just would like it to be brighter than the sides. Okay. Is there anything else I want to do in here? I think I don't want to get too much more crazy, but I think we're okay. These should be empty. I do want this area, yeah, blank, I guess, for lack of a better word. Yeah, this is weird. Blue torches. That's an idea. Blue torches or blue lanterns, actually. I was just so here's the thing with the soul lanterns, which is definitely a possibility here. The soul lanterns give off a light level of 10, so it's 9 right around it. That actually might work. Let's take these out. So that's okay, so that's definitely dimmer than what we're seeing over here, right? I've run into the wall. I can't back up anymore. Yeah, it's definitely dimmer. Honestly, that might be too dim. that might not be quite enough light. Yeah, because as much as I want it to be, yeah, I want this center section bright, which is why I've got these frog lights in there. So I want these to be lit, but not frog light bright. Yeah, I think this is going to be a little bit too dim, unfortunately. It's a good idea, though, Abdul. Definitely an excellent idea. Okay. Of course, now I'm going to have to go back and get some, get my levers. All right. Okay, let's go and drop those in there. Levers. Yeah, it was close. Okay, levers. All right, let's go flip these copper bulbs on. Because, yeah, right now, yeah, we're at a light level of 9, 6. It's not... Yeah, see, flip those things on. And it's great. I like the light, but... Oops. That's not where you go. Okay. But otherwise... Otherwise, it's okay. Ah, yeah, see? We're starting to get some oxidization here. Unfortunately, it's not oxidizing next to the iron where I want it to, but... So we're starting to get a little bit here. And this is something I'm just going to have to wait till some of this goes and just see what it's like. Maybe scrape it back to the the regular copper, non-oxidized flavor. You know, it's just, that's just one of those things. It's going to have to wait. It's just the nature of the beast. Okay, turn the light level off. How did the chains oxidize before the lights? You know, I don't know. It's based on random tick. And so every tick, there's an option, there's a possibility that they'll change. And it's a little bit influenced by the blocks that are around it. But usually they'll want to stay closer to the blocks that are around it. So if it's a lot of regular copper, it's going to tend to stay regular copper. If it's next to oxidized blocks, it'll want to oxidize. So yeah, it's weird, but it's all based on random tick, and it's a fairly low random. So, you know, it's just annoying. That's what it is. And that is what it is. It is just annoying. Okay, but otherwise, I think, so we've got the flowers in. We need to wait for those to age. Otherwise, I think we're pretty good. I think we're just about done with this room, actually. Which, that's cool. That is very nice. All right, I'm in. All right, well, shall we tank my frame rate and see what it looks like with shaders? There it comes. Eventually. Go, gadget shaders. There we go. Yeah, shaders aren't bad. You got the moon back behind it, you know. Actually, it kind of looks... If I did put the iron... If I did put the iron all around where the lights are, it almost looks like it's shining, and the light is you're getting the color of the light on there. I'm not entirely sure which direction that would be going, but that's kind of what that looks like. All right. Yeah, it's... Man, with the shaders, I almost do want this to be brighter. Yeah, so why is one side darker than the other? This side has oxidized. So these copper bulbs oxidized one stage. And that's one of the features of the copper bulb, is that full unoxidized, they put out a light level of 15. And at each stage, it drops the light level a couple of notches. So by the time they fully oxidize, I think they're down to, I don't remember if they're down to like 6 or something like that. But you can see this is down, this is putting out 11 right on top of the block. And then over here, it's at, well, this would be 14 or something like that. So, yeah, I'm getting a reflection in my golden carrot. Strange. Okay. I wouldn't think of golden carrots necessarily being reflective, but I'll go with that. So yeah, so that's why. But now as I'm kind of looking at that, yes, I do want this to be brighter. But now I think that might be too dim. All right, hang on. We'll turn the shaders off. You know what? I might want to just go back to full bright on those. It's gold. It needs to be reflective. I guess that's fair. That is fair. No, we'll let it age the step. I think it's going to be okay. Even with the shaders. Man, the shaders really emphasize the fact that this side is dimmer. I almost want it to go like half a step in between. There isn't one, but it would be nice if I could do that. Where it's like, it's a little bit, it's like one step up, like not like a light level of 11, but maybe 12 here. But that's all right, I guess. But yeah, I think with the shaders on, it really emphasizes the light. And that's not a bad thing. So, I don't know. Let me sleep. We'll sleep on it and see what other fun things we got going on. Part of the other thing I want to consider is I put this in with the honey. I was going to do some stuff with that. I think that's going to come out. Ooh, that's cool. Got our light shining through. All right, that just looks all sorts of cool. We have ourselves some colored God rays, people. Actually, I almost wish I'd gotten a shot of that while it was shining up on the potion stand up here. That would have been really cool. But, okay. You know, that's worth the price of admission, I've got to say. You know, I can go with that. Yeah, you could imagine these people sitting here during church as the sun blinds them as they try to. But okay. Yeah, it's just usually throughout the sermon. Okay, these guys went blind, and now these people go blind, and then yeah, okay. That's cool. All right. Anyway, this I still have not. I'm indecisive. Oh, the colors look so good though coming through this. You kind of lose the definition of the stained glass a little bit, but that's all good. Anyway, this is one of the few times having an even number of blocks worked out really well. It's for this potion bottle. I like how that worked out. Anyway, All right, we'll leave it. We'll let it age and go with it. You know, I'll probably come in and look at this again tomorrow and think, you know what? No, I need it to be bright. You know, I don't. I don't have any sort of decisiveness happening at all in my wee little brain. It's like, no. Could it be bright? Yes. Would it look awesome? Yes. So look awesome with it being a little dim on the side? Absolutely. No, I am just clueless. I am totally without clue here. Oh, anyway. All right. Well, I think this will do it for this section. I was thinking we might do a little bit more today, but I think this is okay. I do need to take a look. Oh, hi. Could you, like, not, though? Yeah, I could always change it back. That's exactly right. So we'll let it sit. Okay, so we've got some oak here. What are we, 2 blocks, and then 4, and then 5. Okay. So what I need to do is come around the other side. So what I haven't done is set up the back side here and gotten the those extra, like this is all blank and stupid. 2, 3, 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So this is all gonna come out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because like I said, oops, that's not where that goes. I need to terraform this hillside. I put this snow in place. Where's my shovel? There it is. I put this snow in place to try to deal a little bit with this hill. But so much of this hill is about to go away that we'll worry about that later. 2, 3. Okay. Cool. So yeah, so those are going to have to go up. We'll extend this roof out 1 block. But unlike the chapel side, we're not going to have stained glass windows in there. Because what we end up having through here is the potion brewer, which I need to stock. It works, it just has nothing in it. This is a brewer of my own design. You can, if you hit this note block, you can brew 1 batch of potions based off of whatever you select over here. Right? Or if you flip this guy on, you can hit the note block and it will just brew until it runs out of inventory space or something else. Really fun little thing. But anyway, coming in over here, I don't really have space. I lowered the ceiling because with this wall here, this was just looking way too skinny. It's like you were at the bottom of a well. So I had to slap a ceiling on it. And then coming back here, there's nothing back here. This is just the back side of the redstone. And so there really isn't a lot of space or anything to, I mean, there's space, but not a lot of stuff going on here. So we're not going to have a stained glass window up here off the back side of this wall. But, so, yeah, that's a thing. All right, but I think I'm going to have to get some more oak. Sorry, I'm just going to run back and forth into the building. It's all good, right? I think I have here somewhere. I thought I had a box that had some more oak and birch. I might not. I may have ended up using all of it. Which is fine. I mean, I guess. All right, I've got a couple of minutes. Let's head back to my main base. I'll see if I've got any oak over there. I mean, I may have to go farm some more oak, which would be annoying, but yeah, I guess I could do that tomorrow. All right. Let's head back to the base. which is over this way. Now, I'm also using a mod called Voxy, Voxy, that lets me see forever, which is great. It caches chunks that you've been through and then lets you just see out for eternity, kind of. I think I've got mine set to like 128 chunks out into the distance. Handy little tool. All right. Let's see if I've got some oak. Wouldn't surprise me if I didn't. It's not a tree I do a lot of harvesting of. All right. Across the bridge we go. All right. So let's take a look. Yeah, see here I've been using a lot of the copper bars. Let them oxidize. They sort of blend in with the glass. Wonderful contrast with the, what is that? The resin blocks behind it. All sorts of fun. All right. Oak. Well, there's a lot of not oak happening here. At least not logs. Well, that's disappointing. All right, well, I guess that's a problem for future me. But yeah, this is my main base. It's a special breed of fun over here. I have my sorting room is sorted by copper golems, or my storage room. Which, it's nice. I like copper golems for storage. They're slow, but they're reliable, and I'm down for that. So, okay. Well, cheese monkeys. All right, I guess that means I'm going to have to head back to my tree farm. But, okay. No, we're good. Everything is great. I love this bridge. It's silly, but I like it. It's fun. All right. All right. Well, great. I guess, honestly, this would be a good place. I need to shut it down anyway for the night, so we'll go ahead and stop it here. Want to thank everybody for hanging out with me today. It's been all sorts of fun. We made some amazing progress on the church, and I really like what the chapel is looking like. I want to give a special shout out to my supporters at musicfreegaming.com, who are awesome and amazing at the same time, even. If you want to help support the channel, musicfreegaming.com is a great place to do that. Next stream will be Thursday at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So if you subscribe to the channel or follow if you're on Twitch or Kick, turn on notifications. They'll tell you when I'm live. So be sure to check that action out. And until next time, be excellent to each other. And this is Music Free Gaming signing off.